Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We continue our honor mode playthrough with Dungen, but we have a new companion by his side. In the previous episode, we finally recruited Minthara, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've been planning for her build all along, as well as a little update on Astarion, who just hit his massive power spike with some of the gear that he's been getting in Act 2. I thought today we could get up to some trouble by heading to the Last Light Inn as an agent of the Absolute, just to see what would happen. Oh my god, I have to tell everyone to move? Oh my goodness. Guys, you're not even playing your instruments well. By the way, soon Dungen might lose his ability to play his instrument, which is why I've been doing these intros every single video. So, first with Astarion. He finally has his entire set equipped. The only thing that's not really important is his helmet. So I'm going to go over it really fast. This is basically reverberation gear that allows us to pop off by applying bleeds to enemies and then crowd controlling those enemies with the bleeds that we have in place. It is a super strong build. I don't think this build's quite as strong as Kalarko Lark, but it does do good damage and offer good crowd control at the same time. Now, for what I've been planning for Minthara, she is a level 2 paladin, level 5 sorcerer. We have given her the legendary Morning Frost staff that we crafted in the Underdark. She is wearing True Solnir's boots, so she does not slip on ice. Previously, Dungen was wearing these. She has Lae'zel's adamantine splint armor. That's why we kept those points in paladin. Gives her access to heavy armor, popping up her AC to 19. On top of that, we have the Cold Brim hat, which we looted, I believe, in the last episode inside of Balthazar's chambers, as well as the Ring of Elemental Infusion and the Necklace of Elemental Augmentation. Essentially, Minthara is going to, where's my cantrip? Going to cast Frost underneath enemies, dealing really good damage because everything scales with her charisma modifier. If enemies do get too close, she can just smite them for really good damage. So she's going to perform well in both melee and ranged, I think, while also having the capability of twinning haste onto my party as well. The feat I picked up from Minthara is alert, so her concentration is going to be a bit on the vulnerable side, but she does have 19 con to kind of help out with those checks until I can get another feat. I think she is going to be a crazy strong addition to our team. We have so much control right now. It is so very good. But we're going to head over to Last Light Inn, where the Harpers are holding out. We have not entered their snow globe yet in this playthrough. And let's not forget that on my hand, Dungen is marked as a follower of the Absolute. I don't know if that's going to come back to haunt me, but I kind of assume that it will, to be honest. Man, I only have one waypoint. All right, I'm walking over there. I think I'm only going to bring Dungen in. I mean, Minthara would also be a good choice for this because she has very high charisma. Dungen, on one hand, is marked by the Absolute, but Minthara was a general for the Absolute, like was doing actual battle tactics and taking over territory. So at least I'm an unknown in the roster. Let's see if we could talk our way in. The reason I'm only bringing Dungen in is because he has invisibility, so if I need to run, hopefully I can. That's my thought process. I'd rather pay for one res than 3 or 4. I guess if I have 4, I lost my whole party.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Sure.
Easy. He's with me.
Oh, that is lucky. Okay. Wait a minute. So these are the people we stumbled across as we entered the Underdark. I did not think they would get us in here this easily. But really, it's up to Jaheira whether or not we can stay. Ooh, she backed up. Didn't even have to say anything. And Dungen is in some entangling roots now. I have Misty Step too, although I guess I can't use it. How uncouth. Legends led me to expect better of the noble Jaheira. I'm just reaching for straws, trying to get on her good side.
It seems tales of my clemency have been greatly exaggerated.
If you let me go, I'll happily amend those tales. Add that she hates strangers as a footnote. I love the Bard options.
You have not experienced my hatred, stranger. Not yet, at least. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets.
Could I have that?
But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind.
Oh, yeah.
You should never have come here, true soul.
Strength, rage against the vines. Yeah, that's never going to happen. I'm gonna look to the Harpers that saved me. Or that I saved. Come on, guys, you owe me one. Come on, guys!
Stop! Hold on, Jaheira. I think I know this one.
His eyes meet yours. There's no recognition there. Just a sick intensity as his voice reverberates in your mind.
Oh.
If you want to survive this, then trust me. One true soul to another.
Right.
He's infected. Aye. But he's not with the cultists. They helped me fight them off a while back, in fact.
Thank you, Marcus.
Is this true?
Hey, fun fact, I think Marcus and the Emperor have the same voice actor. I think. I'm just gonna nod. Yes.
How is that possible?
Shit. If I show the artifact, that means the true soul's gonna know I have it. And I don't think that's gonna work out well. I work in mysterious ways also doesn't sound like a very good answer either.
Enlighten me. Now.
It's hard to trust anyone right now, believe me. But I am not an absolute cultist. We need a fucking 21. I'm casting friends. We got a 17 that rolls up to a 21 perfectly. Woo!
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt.
Good.
Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease.
Good.
I'll not pretend to understand why you, the enigma that you are, suddenly crossed our path. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here?
Well, let's just tell her that Moonrise was my only lead for getting this parasite out of my head, because she already knows I have the parasite.
Then our interests align. We must all cure ourselves of the entire cult of the Absolute. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a
That
drink.
burn might have gave me red.
You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Woo! All right. Close call already. But I'm going to give the signal to everyone else to follow me in, and our companions approach us as well. Duncan's going to make his way over to the quartermaster first thing, because she sells a very important item
Stock up
to
while you
Dungen.
can. I only hope I brought enough to see us through.
I hope you brought enough to see us through, too. Anything I can take off your hands? Because I'm a hero, and I'm great, and my persuasion's so good. Oh, we only need 10. I'm not even going to add anything. 22!
Cheeky. But, since you're asking,
She said cheeky with such a big smile. I think those are just camp supplies, so I have a little bit more food for today.
Watching us.
if you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me.
Well, I'm all right for now. If we take a look at her wares, look at this. the Yuan T scale mail. I don't know if I'm saying that exactly correct, but it adds your full dexterity modifier to your armor class. Additionally, this armor does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks and gain a +1 initiative roll. It's 2,000 gold yet again. Oh, dude, we are broke. But this is basically the best in slot chess piece for Dungen here. One I'm planning on using for at least a decent amount of time. We'll go ahead and part ways with my hard-earned gold, dude. Oh my goodness. Now, does this move my AC? It does, up to 19. That means the weakest person in our party right now, AC-wise, is our barbarian. Now, if I wanted to raise his AC a little bit, we could put on those gloves of bracers of defense, and that would raise it up by 2. But the crowd control he gets from this reverberation, we haven't even seen this in combat yet. I think it's going to add up to be quite a lot and should keep him pretty safe. But we always have that option to fall back on if we need to. I am going to summon in our good boy Scratch, because in Scratch's description, it specifically says he's good at spotting hidden things.
I bet they're close.
There is a loose plank inside of the inn that I believe is in here. Maybe it's outside. I might have to rummage around for it a little bit. But basically, I'm looking for a perception check on the ground. Once we find it, I think it's upstairs. Actually, I think it's out here. Hey, there it is. Once we find it, we will get the Snowburst Ring. When the wearer deals cold damage, they also create a 15-foot circle of ice. Do you think that's good for a frost sorceress? Because I think it might be. Now, if I bring everybody outside, we do actually need to go down here to this dock, and we'll be able to get another upgrade for our Shadow Heart. All right, let's see if I remember how to do this one. So in this lower dock area, there is kind of a, maybe sub-basement isn't the right word. Maybe it's just a basement. But basically, the Harpers here aren't using this area at all. It's kind of decrepit and falling apart. If we move down here, we get a glimpse of a chest through these bars immediately. And now we have to figure out a way to get to that chest. And I think it involves, geez, greater toughness on that stupid thing. Cracked wall. Okay, I do have to get through here. We're going to try to lockpick it. Like I said, Dungan's not really good with these sleight of hand things, but we'll give it a go. We get a 6 to 9 added on to our roll. That could be enough. We got a 21 to get past the first gate. There's an evidence chest, so I guess this is where we get locked up if we commit a crime. I'm going to let Asterion clear the way for us. Reverberation! Reverberation! I love the sound. That's so satisfying. Can he damage the wall, though? Yes, he can. It's not immune to slashing. He also dazed it. That's hilarious. Well, slowly but surely. He is. The wall is immune to slashing. He just happened to deal enough damage with his lightning. That's hilarious. We're going to pick up that smoke powder barrel. Why do I feel like that was there to punish you if you used an explosive to break that open? Ooh, also over here are some thieves' tools. I'll take that with me if you don't mind. Is this another locked door? Yes, and this one is not breakable. I have to pass Resurrection Scroll. That's so valuable. I have to pass this roll. How bad is it going to be? It's a 14. We're taking guidance. We rolled a 18. Rolled up to a 27. Beautiful. Pop this bad boy open. And now, I mean, I guess we just have one more roll.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Disarm. I may not have a lot of disarm kits. We only need a 10. We still have guidance. We rolled a 24. Trap is disarmed. Now, if a chest is trapped and you break it open, it'll destroy the contents inside. So it is very important that we break that trap. However, it is medium toughness, so I don't even think I could break it if I tried. We need a 14. We rolled a 3. Okay. No problem, because we still have more thieves' tools. In fact, we have 12 more in our bag right now, not counting this one. We rolled another 3. Don't you worry, we have more thieves' tools. In fact, we have 11 more in our bag right now without counting this one. I rolled a 4. Don't you worry, we have more thieves' tools. I have 10 more in my bag right now. Thank you. And inside, we find the coruscation ring. When the wearer deals spell damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict a radiating orb upon the target for 2 turns. As if we weren't inflicting enough radiating orb, we now have yet another way of doing it. And the weapon that Shadowheart is wielding has its own light source. So she's kind of doing that already. If it didn't count as being illuminated, which it does, I mean, you can clearly see, all she has to do is cast light on herself, and the problem is solved. What the heck is that? Wait. Oh, shit.
You dared scar my mind.
Those claws look deadly.
I've been down here before, but I guess I've never gone this way. I didn't know there were enemies in this place. And it looks like quite a few enemies in this place. And it also looks like we don't have great line of sight here either. We're going to cast Swirly Whirlies on our Radiating Orb Cleric. And she's going to jump as far into that next room as she can. We want her to be the sole focus of their attention, if possible. She's going to stand right there. Minthar's going to approach. And for the first time, we are going to see Minthara cast an ability. Now, this should be pretty cool as long as she is not... Yeah, she doesn't have any line of sight problems here. So we should see a very large... Oh, is she twin spelling? I see. I didn't mean to do that. We're just casting a single spell. We're going to cast our cantrip too, so it's not even using spell slots. And I want to see if this makes ice. Cantrips may not do it. Oh, no, that did do it. That was just part of the cantrip though, I think. I think if we do a spell, it'll be a significantly wider piece of ice. But the idea is here that just by attacking once, we applied a few debuffs. We have Encrusted with Frost from her helmet. Affected entity has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. When there are 7 or more turns remaining, this entity must succeed a Constitution saving throw or become completely fucking frozen. We're also applying Chilled, which makes them vulnerable to our cold damage as well, and putting difficult terrain underneath them, so their movement speed is halved. So this guy won't really be able to approach us that easily. I'm going to, I would like to do a Quicken spell, just so I can see what it looks like when we cast Ice Knife to see if there's any difference here. Ice Knife is a spell, so I think it'll have that wider effect. Well, at least he fell down. He's prone. Okay, so he's going to be missing his turn. All right. Good job, Minthara. Proud of you. Shadowheart's going to stay right there. We are going to see... So these guys have Fear Aura, which I think is going to mean I can't advance against them. So I just want to have... Oh, yeah. Isn't that what that means? Can possibly frighten. If I'm raging, am I immune to fear? I can't rage right now. We're just going to swing. And we should see big reverberation piling up, even though these are just normal attacks. This has caused this target to go prone and become dazed. Are you getting the theme of my party setup now? I have so much control, and you don't even know the end of it yet. You don't even know what Dungen is going to be capable of soon. It's going to be disgusting. Dungen makes his way up to the top of the rafters. He looks over all of the creatures in front of him. Oh, I wish Confusion had a larger area. I don't even think I need to cast Confusion. I'm just going to shoot at one of these guys with my good old bow. Probably one of the low health ones right in front of my group, if I had to guess. Targeting seems a little weird up here. It's not showing me that target, so I'll go for this one. 50% chance to hit. It is encrusted with frost. We do miss, so we try one more time. And it connects for 18 damage. All right, let's see how they choose to react. We see dashes coming in from the ones on the far side as they begin to move forward. If they move into this frost, that's perfect. Now let's see if this guy can even get up and move towards us with all this difficult Oh. I did not see that coming. Wait! Minthara has absolute powers? Whoa! I didn't see that coming either. Well, that's another dash for it. I think we solved this issue by literally everyone just getting inside of the swirly whirlies. And I think we'll be pretty well protected, to be totally honest with you. You coming in? Up by Dungen. Warding Flare might protect Dungen. No, he still took 12 damage. Dungan's also feared right now. It looks like everyone in my party is feared right now. Dang. I hope they don't attack Scratch. I would feel really bad. They are kind of looking at him, aren't they? Now, even though Minthara is a caster, she does have pretty good AC here. Scratch is going to run away. He can't move. He's too afraid. No. Can you hide? No. What's this do? Get out of here, Scratch. Go to camp. All right, that was actually the best turn I could have possibly done. Well, they've all decided to group up for me, so you know what's coming next. Radiance of the Dawn. That did a pretty good job. I don't see too many radiating orbs on our targets, but we might be too far away. We do have a couple reeling over here, probably because they missed their attack on Minthara. That's not too bad at all. Well, Dungen, unfortunately, is completely paralyzed, so I will not be able to help him. What we are going to see happen is Astarion jump up to the high ground. He's going to pick up this little he's going to swing one time, then pick up this little shit and throw him away from Dungen. He's going to throw it onto that other mean lock down there. You motherfucker! Throw him right back into the ice that they were trying to escape. Then Astarion's going to run to the back and just try to help protect Minthara back here, even though I think she's going to be totally fine. Minthara is a storm sorcerer, so she can do some cool stuff, like cast a spell just like this, which I'm hoping to hit 2 enemies with. Looks like not quite enough. She could put it at her feet, but that would hurt me as well. So I'm just gonna pick one of these guys. We're gonna go for this one. I have a slightly better chance of hitting. So that is going to allow me. Where's the icon? Where's the storm sorcery stuff? I have Misty Step, create spell slot. Oh, it's right here, but I can't use it because I'm feared. Oh. What I could do instead is cast Shield of Faith, which would give me a bit more AC. Or I could do protection versus good versus evil. These are Fae creatures. I don't know if they count as evil. Well, okay. That was a little anticlimactic. I was really planning on just zooming out of there as fast as I could. We're going to bring Shadowheart back, and she's just going to group with everyone else and continue to cast those swirly whirlies. That should protect everybody. And she can't do anything else with her turn. We'll go ahead and end those there. Dungen is vulnerable. He is paralyzed up top, but if this guy's dashing, that means he's not attacking me, and hopefully that means they're approaching the swirly whirly a little bit more. There is claws being thrown out on Minthara, but she can use one of her spell slots to shield herself from that attack, causing it to miss. Another teleport going up top to Dungen, but it looks like they're moving down into our radiating orbs. Now, unfortunately, we do see Astarion get hit, and he's going to be paralyzed. We're going to try to ward Dungen again. It was a critical miss. The ward was a success. Now, will any more of these creatures be able to land their attacks on us? I sincerely hope not. We do get a burst of damage there. Always great to see. What would be the best way of... Oh, of course! Smite! 45% chance, 55% chance. If it misses, it doesn't do damage. I'm using level 3 spell slots, so our damage is going to be even higher. 45 is the high end. Send it, Minthara! That's not bad. We also get that ice forming underneath the target from that effect as well. As her bonus action, Minthara is going to fucking Misty Step away and close the door. End her turn right there. Meanwhile, Shadowheart is going to cast Sanctuary up on Dungen. Oh, can't see him. Unfortunate. Dang. Dang, these guys got a good setup here. This is a kind of difficult fight. Astarion won't be able to attack. I kind of feel like I should do another Channel Divinity just for the damage. It's going to hit 4 of the 5. Killed off 1. So with the rest of my turn, critical miss, and they're reeling. I'm going to try to move up towards Dungen. Oh, there we go. We got the radiating orbs too. All right, they missed me on that attack. Good. Dungan's at least a little better protected. Wait, I can see him now. So theoretically, I could help him. Dungen is able to attack this turn. He's going to do a slashing flourish on to the mean luck behind him. Although these are really piss poor chances, aren't they? We're going to use our racial to misty step away from these guys towards the door. We're then going to fire off the slashing flourish onto... Man, it's still bad. Let's just do a regular attack. If it hits, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. This guy will very likely not be able to hit Astarion because of those 10 radiating orbs on him. So I'm not super worried about that. Minthara, can you move a little? Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, I can't move at all? Wait, how can I Misty Step? Okay, close the door. Minthara's fine. We're good. Shadowheart did her turn. Minthara did hers. Dungan's good. And Astarion is still paralyzed. We see another teleport going through the door. How did they have line of sight? We're going to charm the target. That did miss Minthara. Target's charmed. Won't attack her again. Okay. What's going on in the rest of the room? These guys are pretty low on health. Warding Flare to try to help protect Astarion, but he does get critically hit for 18 damage. Another swing does not connect with Shadowheart. I genuinely think Shadowheart could solo this fight. Like, if I only sent Shadowheart in, she would actually be doing so fine because they wouldn't be able to hit her and she would just be AoEing them down constantly. Shadowheart's going to try to rip towards our party to get as close as she can. Dungan's going to... Dungen, can I have Dungan's turn, please? I know you're trying to jump. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to, if I can... Nope, still can't move. 30% chance to hit. I'm going to try. Critical miss. We're going to try again. Critical miss. Now... God, Minthara's paralyzed. This is a much harder fight than I thought it was going to be. We are going to see Astarion start his turn by picking up this little creature, and I wanted to throw it on its friends, but it's not very good line of sight, is it? It has disadvantage, but we can go reckless to give ourselves a much better shot of actually hitting, and that's exactly what happened. Now I'm going to use my bonus action to dive over Dungen into the next room with the precision of a circus acrobat. I can't do anything else. I'm just in position now. Shadowheart could move that direction, theoretically, but she's out of movement. I'm not going to do anything with her turn. And we're going to see how this goes. Improved Warding Flare onto Astarion to help protect him. He's paralyzed again! Dungen, no longer frightened, is able to move away. Good. Attack of opportunity doesn't hit. Oh, okay, good. I'm going to do a slashing flourish, followed by another slashing flourish, and I'm going to get this fucking thing dead. That's right. Now, on Minthara is able to act again. So Minthara is going to... There's a pretty good spell called Chromatic Orb, and it says by default that it does thunder damage, but you can actually pick different spell elements for it. This will create a frost surface, but does it only do damage to him? I actually can't tell. I'm going to smite if my chance to hit is that bad, because it won't consume my spell slot if it misses. 40% chance to hit, level 3 smite. We're trying. Nice, good damage. Not enough for the kill. What's this? Soul branding. Bestow the absolute flames on a creature. Its movement speed increases by 5 feet. Its next attack deals an additional 3 to 9 fire damage. That's not ice-related, Minthara. Why do you have that?
Let's finish this.
We're going to end that right there. And then cast a sacred flame from the previous room onto the mean luck. And take it down. Wow. Okay, that damage was significantly higher than I thought. This combat encounter was like, we could have lost some party members here. That paralyze could have gotten out of control really, really quickly. Good thing that Shadowheart just makes everyone miss around her. Well, no wonder no one comes down here. I wouldn't come down here either. They don't even have any loot. Oh, no, they do have some loot. Okay, they do have a little bit of loot. All right. That's pretty good if you were going for, like, a Gloomstalker build.
The Selûnite shrine, hidden away.
They had no choice but to hide.
Interesting that a follower of Selûne would have to hide. Oh, I guess that does make sense. Well, we got a key that leads to a side exit. Is that correct? Another broken wall over here, too. Let's go ahead and use one of our short rests.
Time to get going.
Would you be so kind as to break the wall? I'll wait. I like the reverberation sound. This is good. I hope it's not dueling that blade or anything. We need that thing sharp. Oh my god, it's just spider webs in here too? Where the heck is this place? Survival check failed. Oh no, did I do something wrong? We should be able to move past this, right? Wait, you actually have to attack the spider webs. They're that thick. Man, that is so satisfying that just every swing is that thunderous of an attack. Oh, I see. I'm just on the other side. Okay. Don't get me wrong. There's lots more to do here. But if I explore too much more, we're going to get into some stuff that quite simply we just don't have enough time for in this episode. So we're going to be revisiting the Last Light Inn in the next one. I didn't expect that fight to spring out of nowhere down there. But don't you worry. We have one more gigantic upgrade for Shadowheart that's going to make that encounter even easier. And here we are now. This is our spot on the map. We are just south of Last Light Inn, just north of the road that kind of leads to the toll house, just so you can find us a little bit easier. This building in front of us looks abandoned.
Welcome.
Let's go in. I'm sure that rest was nothing. Now, keep in mind, most of our party cannot be surprised, which is why I walked directly into this. Even our Minthara has the alert trait, so we're pretty okay here. But we have stumbled across a few... Are these measles? Never read their name. These guys are... How many are... There's just 4 of them. But they're little tricksters. If I'm not careful, they could quite literally carry this fight away. So we're going to start off with Rage, and we are going to see Astarion approach his first target. Now, this is going to be a display of the true power of his reverberation build. Here we go. 1 bleed cleave. Went through the full thing, and this target is dazed. That means no attack of opportunity. I can move away, cleave another one of these guys, and apply all of that reverberation again. Isn't that absolutely nuts? Shadowheart on her turn is going to... I think I'm going to rest after this fight, so let's go ahead and fire off a Scorching Ray at the Measle on the left. Good radiant damage. I don't know why it dealt radiant damage. Probably because they're illuminated or something. And she's just going to approach deeper into the area. Minthara on her turn is going to... I can't quicken spell because I don't have enough sorcery points. Oh my god, I could put haste on Astarion and just watch him go. Instead, what I'm going to do is cast a chromatic orb of ice, level 3, on this dude on the left. 20 damage, and he goes prone. Because he's on ice, he loses half of his movement. We might see this guy skip his entire turn because of this crowd control. It is insane how much control we have over these fights. We do see a shadow teleport to the back as a critical miss happens on Dungen. I think they were trying to carry him away. Warding flame, will that be enough to protect Minthara? No, it doesn't look like it was. We are going to see Dungen back up and do a slashing flourish onto the muzzle that has Minthara currently lassoed. And he goes down in a single fucking attack. We're then going to do another slashing flourish on the other one that teleported forward. And he does not quite meet the same fate. Dungan's going to end his turn right there. We'll see how the rest of this plays out. A jump into the center of the room towards Shadowheart. She is lassoed, and it looks like this guy wants to take her somewhere. Don't you worry, we won't let that happen. Another shadow teleport happens, and it looks like Minthara, again, she's going to use one of her spell slots to shield herself and not take any damage. And now Styrian sees what's happening behind him. He cleaves with the tiger's bloodlust. You know what that's gonna do. Oh, if it hits. Oh, he dodged it. Try again. There we go. Unfortunately, not enough to break the chain, but I am gonna bite this little creature. I want to see what he tastes like. The bite added another status effect, which then caused the guy to become prone because he didn't pass his check. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta make a separate video about this build, don't I? I really do. I really do. It's insanely good, dude. It's insanely good. Like I said, I think we're resting after this, so I'm gonna cast a level fucking 4 fireball over here. Shadowheart's had enough. Right there. Right there, Shadowheart. Right there. Can you do that? Oh, right there. Only 15 damage. Does send the target, one of them, to an early grave. I was expecting a little bit more there, I'm not gonna lie. She's gonna end her turn, and then Minthara turns to the side with a level 2 smite. Good damage. This guy has 1 HP remaining. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Dungen does a toppling attack. Oh, don't trip. Nice. He's knocked out. And then Dungen is going to fire off his bow at the other Measle knocked down in front of Astarion. He does 21 damage and frightens them so they can't move. Oh my God, that's disgusting. As you can see, because they could not move, because they didn't have enough movement to stand up with their turn, they completely skipped their turn. And now we cut the head off of the creature. Now, what was all of this for? If we go to the back of this place, we can then jump up here. Well, maybe someone else has to do it. I'll Misty step up there and try to unlock this chest. It needs 14. We roll the 19, and the chest pops right open. Inside, not only do we see an idol of Selûne, is that a sign?
I need to rest soon.
Let's send that to Shadowheart.
Wasted on Selûne.
Wasted on Selûne. Wait, what's the note say, I wonder? Moon Maiden, protect those of us who would not turn from you, no matter the consequences in this short life. Keep these artifacts of our devotion until such a time we may openly infuse our spirits with your white light once more, granting cunning to my brother Halfreed in his efforts to conceal the rest of your relics. Let the name The Last Light not be portent. Let your moon glow continue forever and fill our hearts. Well, these gloves, when the wearer deals radiant damage, the target receives 2 turns of radiating orbs. As you know, the Swirly Whirly we cast every single time on Shadowheart deals radiant damage. We've also spec'd her in a way that her Sacred Flame actually lands on targets and deals radiant damage, so she has an answer to that from afar. Her weapon, every time she swings it. Oh, I thought it did do radiant damage. Okay, I was wrong about that part. But we have so many ways of applying it, and now we have so many radiating orbs going out on our enemies that the chances of them actually being able to hit my party is basically, I'm not gonna say it's none, but I will say it gets harder with each and every passing turn. Of course, if they can hit us and they're not crowd controlled at the same time. I've made really strong characters before, but here I've made a really strong party. And I hope you see that. So much planning went into these 4 characters right here to get to this spot that we're at right now. I do think we're gonna have a spicy night at camp. We haven't slept since we entered the act, really. So let's call it a night. Let's see what happens. I definitely think we're gonna be interrupted. Where am I good? Oh, someone wants to talk. Who is it? Hey, bud.
This dark land must be filled with the broken, the beaten, the desperate. The perfect preying ground for a devil who offers a way out for those who sign on the dotted line. I hope we end up seeing our friend Raphael down here somewhere.
You hope we see him? Why do you want to see him?
Help me find him, and you'll find out.
All right.
When I was taken to his house, I was caught off guard. But now I know what to ask for.
Oh, okay. Sure, I want to see how this plays out. I mean, I know exactly where Raphael is, so.
Perfect. I knew you would understand.
Oh no!
So you found the seat of the Absolute's power.
Kalarko Lark!
And what a power it is. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. Ketheric Thorm is clearly important, but I wonder if there's more to it than that.
What are you hinting at?
It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
Well, I'm glad you've been able to stop it. Is there anything I could do to help you, Kalarko Lark, the world's smartest, most handsome, and strongest Githyanki?
I'm afraid this burden is one I have to carry alone.
Good thing it's in your hands.
I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me.
How? Did I tell him that? I guess they did kind of read my memories, but why does the Absolute want you?
I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me. Its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But you've proven you have the resolve to do what must be done. You've shown your loyalty to the Absolute, but to gain an audience with it, you must prove yourself to Ketheric Thorm.
I understand.
Now I must rest, and you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.
And it looks like we've made it through another night. As always, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We've gotten insanely strong in the last 2 episodes. I know that's like sparking a lot of joy in my life. Maybe I have so much joy that it's sparking with you guys too. I just can't believe how much control this party has. We'll be back again soon with more Baldur's Gate 3, and we'll be diving into the conflict in the last light, and it's gonna get spicy! I'll see you guys next time.